Hey, this is John Martinez with Midwest Revenue Group. Some of the sales teams that come to me for help are actually already hitting all of their revenue targets, right? So on an annual or semi-annual or quarterly basis, and they actually hit it, but they need more consistency. Because when you don't have consistency, you might have some major issues. You can look at this from really two levels, the macro level and the micro level. Now, the other thing that happens from a leadership perspective, when you don't have consistent revenue, cash flow can be a major drain on you. Your warehousing, your labor, your insurances, all that kind of stuff. Those bills keep coming month by month, even if revenue doesn't. The bills keep coming, revenue shuts down, you might hit a major cash flow crunch. The same thing happens to your employees, to your salespeople, especially if they're on a commission structure or a bonus structure. So if they get most of their sales in 1 or 2 or 3 months or in one portion of the year, or in other words, if it's just inconsistent, think about it. They might not be running a business, but they're running their lives. They've got mortgages, car payments, and those are consistent month to month. And most American families are living check to check. That creates stress, that creates uncertainty, that creates turnover, that creates poor morale, and all of those impact your business and running a sales team as well. Every business needs consistency. Here's the deal, without consistency, you're dead in the water. When it comes to sales, I don't care if you're hitting your numbers. If you don't have consistency, you simply can't grow and run your business like you want to do. So it reminds me of a company I used to work with. They had to bring on new customers every single month to stay afloat. And since it was a tech company, whenever they did bring on a new customer, there's a tremendous cash output. So they sold servers and all kinds of IT stuff that can be $100, $200, $300, $400,000, right? Different software packages, ERP systems. The thing was, whenever they sold a deal, they might not get paid on it for 3 or 4 months until they purchased the product was shipped in, they set up a time to install it, the install was complete, so there was a 2, 3, 4 month gap with a tremendous capital outlay. Now, without consistency, you could see where that would be a problem. So, I'd work with this company, I worked with the owner directly, and one of the problems the owner brought to me is, hey, we just sold this massive deal. I said, awesome, good for you. And he said, no, this is a big problem. And I said, well, why is that? He said, we only sell one of these every 3 or 4 months. It's not like we have them coming in every month. If we had them coming in every month, that would mean that we completed a job every month. And if we completed a job every month, we'd have that cash coming in, right? We get paid when the job is completed. Because we only do about one of these quarterly, I have to do all kinds of crazy stuff to get the $400,000 or $500,000 to just secure this equipment. And at the same time, for the next 3 or 4 months, I've got to pay all of my employees. I'm already just maxed out on credit, and I have to do all of this without any money coming in. And we need these deals to keep the company afloat, but every time we knock one down, I go into panic mode because I don't know how I'm going to be able to pull it off and even stay in business. We needed to find a way to get these consistently. We knew we had to find a way to create these opportunities, and we were able to do that through really modifying and then controlling our behaviors on the front end instead of just waiting to see what happened on the back end. He went from a $1 million company to a $2 million company. Once he learned to control behaviors on the front end, he learned to get the big deals consistently, and he also learned to get the little deals consistently. Now, the little deals were quick turnarounds. Some of them were recurring revenue deals, so that solved all of the cash flow problems. So it went from extremely stressed out to not stressed out at all with consistent cash flow, and actually increased revenue overall, which is like the cherry on top, right? If we just created the consistency, that would have been good enough, but doing that plus increasing revenue is a double bonus, right? So here's how you can actually do that in your business today. What we started to look at is his pipeline, and we just reverse engineered it. We said, hey, in order for you to get one of these big deals, how many prospects do you have to talk to about these big deals? And we got those numbers together. How many marketing campaigns are you doing? How many emails are you sending? And we just broke down like what all has to take place. Where are all the numbers from initial contact to one of these deals? And then once we knew that, we knew all the way back to the very beginning, how many cold calls does it take? How many emails does it take to really get one of these big deals closed? And when we knew that, we could throw everything else away. Once we knew, hey, 50 cold calls a day, 1 email marketing campaign a week, 50 new prospects to the pipeline a month, we knew if we do one of those things, we'd get one of those big deals every month. So we took all the stress off of watching results because we knew what behaviors would actually achieve those results. We were able to gain total control over the business coming in. It no longer felt like it was magic. We were never wondering when it would come in. We knew when we did these behaviors, we'd get that business. We knew if we wanted more of that business, just to increase those behaviors. So if you want to do that in your business today, it's that simple. Start reverse engineering. Look at how much business you're doing, how much you're spending on pay-per-click advertisements, how many campaigns you run, how many emails, whatever way you use to create business, it doesn't matter. Just track it. And once you track it, reverse engineer it. You just divide it. Hey, here's our sales, here's our number of deals, here's all the activity it took to get those, and you can really start to dial in what activity equals what revenue amount. You can even get it fine-tuned, which we have done with some of our customers, to the point where we know every time we pick pick up the phone, we make $1.37. Now that's easy to manage, right? So if you want that kind of control in your business, you want to be able to turn on the knob up or down or on or off with your revenue, just start tracking behaviors, and that will get you exactly where you want to go. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. If you know anyone else who this might help, please pass this video along to them and let them get some use out of it too. This is John Martinez with Midwest Revenue Group.